Good afternoon. I'm Mary Love and welcome back to my channel, Country Living. Tomorrow is Sunday and we're going to be having a baptism at our church. And after the baptismal service is done, then we're going to get together in the fellowship hall and we're going to have lunch. So I seen a recipe on Pinterest called a blueberry salad. Now I'm going to change it. Their recipe called for blackberry jello and 2 cups of blueberries. I don't really care for blueberries, so I'm going to use 2 boxes of sugar-free jello and 2 cups of strawberries. I'm going to make it the way I want it. But it also calls for crushed pineapple, pineapple juice, hot boiling water, and that's for the jello, and then 2 cups of chopped strawberries are going to go in the jello part of it. I've got my water on boiling, so I'm going to put you down here where you can see what's in this bowl, and we're going to get this started because it's got to go in the refrigerator and chill before I can make the topping for it. So I'm going to put 2 cups of water in this measuring cup. Perfect. And we're going to whisk this up. Careful not to get it all over you. Till this dissolves. Then we're going to add a cup of pineapple juice. Now the recipe calls for a small can of crushed pineapple. Our Walmart doesn't carry that anymore, so I had to get a big can. And this way I got a cup of pineapple juice without having to add water to it to make a cup. So now we're going to pour that in. We're going to mix in the crushed pineapple. It calls for a cup of crushed pineapple. Let me switch from this whisk to something else. We're going to switch to a spoon. Now then, we're going to add 2 cups of chopped strawberries. This is going to be the jello part of it. This is going to go into a 9 by 13 pan. Which I have right here. We're going to pour this in here. Whew, careful not to splatter it. See, this is why I don't wear my good shirts when I'm cooking. Get all that out of there. Alright, now this is going to go in the refrigerator until it sets up. And then after it sets up, then we'll make the topping for it. Now, don't that look pretty? I'm going to put this in the refrigerator, let it set up, and then the topping calls for a block of cream cheese, vanilla, some sugar, and sour cream. Yeah, that's what it calls for. I had to think for a minute. And then after you mix all that up, you spread that on top of this jello. Then you sprinkle some chopped pecans on it. Let it all set up. And you're good to go. And this looks really good. So I think it's going to taste good. But anyways, I'm going to pause this for just a second and get this in the refrigerator. And then I'm going to make a Frito corn salad. I ain't never made one of these, so This is going to be a first, so I'll be right back. Alright, so we're going to get started with this corn salad. It calls for 2 cans of whole kernel corn, and I'm just using the great value. You open those up and drain them. So let me put you down here where you can see. It calls for bell pepper, 2 cups of shredded cheese, cheddar cheese. I use mild because I don't care for that strong flavor. We're going to open up this other can of corn. We're going to drain it. And this is the little gadget I use to drain stuff. This is great for draining tuna fish, anything that comes in a can that's got just a normal lid. Like this, it won't fit down in there. But if you turn it upside down, it sets down right over the top of that. And then you can drain that juice out. So let me drain this and I'll be right back. This is the neatest little gadget. Whoever came up with this had a really good idea. And I bought this at Walmart. Get all this liquid drained out of here. And see, you just turn it upside down like that. And then no more liquid. Now this calls for an onion. I'm allergic to raw onions, so I'm going to use some onion powder. That or minced onions, whichever I find first. Oh, looks like minced onions it is. Some salt. Well, we're going to use some nature seasoning. We're going to use minced onions because, like I said, I'm allergic to raw onions. And I'm going to finish trimming this membrane out of this bell pepper. I forget how much bell pepper it called for, but I don't think it was very much. So we're not going to use this whole thing. But we're going to chop this up fairly small. I ain't never made a corn salad. I ain't never tasted a corn salad. So the Fritos I won't put in it till tomorrow, till right before time to serve it, so they don't get soggy. Let me grab a measuring cup and see about how much this is going to make. I think it called for either a 1/3 cup or a 1/4. I got the recipe on my phone, so can't very well look at it and try to record too, so we're just going to wing it. And then I think it called for a 1/2 cup of mayonnaise. One recipe I looked at called for black beans. Alright, well, I got all that chopped up. It's a little more than a 1/3, but we're just going to go ahead and use it all since I chopped it. So we're going to put all that in there. I think that'll be plenty. Nah, one more piece. We're going to finish this piece. It don't look like enough. I'll look back at the recipe after I'm done and see how much it called for. And I'll have the recipe for this in the description box. So if it calls for more than what I'm putting in here, I'll adjust it then and put the rest of it. But I think that's good. And I think I am going to get some black beans and drain them, so I'll be right back. Alrighty, I rinsed off some black beans that I canned. And I'm going to add, I ain't going to add them all. I think that'll be plenty. Just to give it a little bit more color. Now we're going to add 2 cups of shredded cheese. And watch, I'll probably be wrong about that too. Probably just call for a cup. But I use 2. And I'm going to guesstimate and say that it called for a ½ a cup of mayonnaise. I can't remember. And is anybody, I know y'all have all probably tried this blue plate mayonnaise. I'm hoping it tastes like Hellmann's, because I love Hellmann's. It looks like it. It kind of smells like it. So I'm hoping it tastes like it. Alright, there's a ½ a cup. And I think I might add a 1/3 of a cup of sour cream. And that's a 1/3. Let me grab some sour cream. There's the sour cream. Maybe just a teaspoon of lemon juice. I'm totally going off the recipe, y'all. I hope this tastes good, because I'm going to add a 1/3 of a cup of sour cream. Let me stir this up. If it don't taste good, I won't take it. That's for sure. Oh, I still got the minced onions to put in there too. I'm just going to do a 1/3 of a cup, so I'm not going to overdo it. Maybe not even a 1/3. Just almost. Almost. Maybe I won't put, I'll put the original recipe down below. Not all this other stuff that I'm putting in here, because this might not taste good. And that's, I'm going to say about 1.5 teaspoons maybe. That's a tablespoon. Somewhere in here I got, that's 2 teaspoons. Let's see how close. Look at there. That's about a teaspoon and a half. And that's all I'm putting of the minced onions. Alrighty. Let me grab a big spoon. This will work. We're going to give this a stir. Oh, forgot the nature seasoning. Whew, that would just been terrible. There we go. Now, if this calls for anything else, I'll just have to add it later, because other than the Fritos, like I said, they don't go in till tomorrow. So, here's hoping, y'all. Because I'm telling you, if it don't taste good, I'll throw it in the trash. I am not afraid to do that. I have done that several times. Make something and it not turn out like I thought it should. Oh, I was going to add a little bit. Well, maybe I will, maybe I won't. Of lemon juice. Guessing I ain't doing it. Because I can't get the lid off. It's not going to come off. But I guess I ain't adding no lemon juice. I can't get the lid off. Alright. Well, that kind of looks like the picture, other than the black beans in it. Because the recipe I went by didn't call for black beans, but I seen another one that did. Alright. There we have it. Corn salad. God, I hope this tastes good. They'll never know. Because you don't watch these videos anyway. I got a sink full of dishes to do once again. Had them all done up. Alrighty, put the lid on there. This goes up. And we're going to find a lid for this. And then I'm going to put that in the refrigerator and let it get cold. Look there. Alrighty. Going in the refrigerator. So, don't go anywhere. Alrighty. I got all that in the refrigerator. Getting cold. So, I'm going to stop this for right now. And I'm also going to make a chocolate cake, but I've already got a video of that, so I won't record that. But I'll start this back up again after a while, after I get everything made up for the rest of that Jello salad, and we shall return. So don't go anywhere. Alright, I'm back. We're going to mix up this topping for this strawberry Jello salad. In this bowl, I've got a block of cream cheese that's softened and a half a cup of sugar. Probably could have been a little bit softer, but this will do. Ouch. Keep your fingers out of it, Mary. All right. Try to get all of that off of them beaters I can. Because this stuff tastes too good to waste it. Alrighty. I think that's about all we're going to get. Alright, now it calls for a cup of sour cream. I'm going to use what's left in this one. Ain't much. Whoop! Don't spill it, Mary. That would not be good. Just prop it up there. Alright, now we're going to open this one. And finish filling it up. Okay, there's a cup. That's close enough. And it calls for a half a teaspoon of vanilla. My motto is, if a half a teaspoon is all it calls, if a half a teaspoon is good enough, a whole teaspoon's even better. If I can get the top off of this. There we go. Alright. Vanilla. Let me get the whisk. We're just going to whisk this in. Now, let's see what this tastes like. Mmm, yummy. Man, I could eat that just like pudding. That's delicious. Yummy. Can y'all guess what I'm doing? Ding, ding, ding. You're right. I'm licking these whisks. Man, that stuff is good. That's like eating cheesecake. Alrighty. Now that I've made a pig of myself, get all this stuff out of my way. Because I got to get some pecans. Whoop! That dropped that in there. I got to grab some pecans out of the freezer, so I will be right back. Now let me grab a knife, a big one. Yeehaw! Get to play with the big knife. Now then, I think it called for a half a cup of chopped pecans. That's a little more than a half a cup, but you know what? Go big or go home. It's a sweet. Who says you got to play by the rules? Let me unplug this because this thing tends to run my battery down quicker if I got it charging while I'm recording. Now, I won't put all these on there, but I'm going to put a few of them, that's for sure. Should have toasted them, but it is what it is, and this will work just fine. I may make some cookies after a while, because who don't like a homemade cookie? Right? Okay, I think that's good enough. What do y'all think? I didn't pulverize them. Okay, let me get this Jello salad out so we can get this topping spread on it. Set that there. Let me get all this stuff out of my way where I can see what I'm doing. Alright, let me grab this pan. That's set up so pretty. Now, I need this. Oh, I bet my frosting knife will work best. Doggies, this is gonna be good. I know now how my husband feels when I make cookies. And he don't want me to take them to the church. He wants them for himself. I want this. Alright, let's spread this out. See what we got. Ooh, that looks so pretty. Look at that. Don't that just look yummy-licious? Now, I ain't no cake decorator, so we'll do what we can with what we got. Now, I'm going to cover this with some plastic or some aluminum foil, whichever I got. And it will go back in the refrigerator. And it will set overnight. And then tomorrow, we'll take it to church. And after that, so I won't be able to do a taste test on this one because I'm quite sure they wouldn't appreciate me bringing something to church that's already been ate out of. But I'll let you know what they think about it. Don't that look pretty? Yummy. Don't look, y'all. Alrighty. Now we're going to sprinkle some pecans on here. Can you have too many pecans? I think not. I think it needs a few more. Almost there. Maybe a little bit of the crumbs. Oh yeah. Oh, that look pretty. A little bit more, just a little bitty crumbs. Sprinkle on here. We're getting closer. Look at that. Don't that look pretty? Yeehaw! Alrighty. Man, I would love to dig into this because I know this is going to be good. But anyways, it's for the church, so I'm not going to eat it. I will wait. But man, that looks so pretty. I'm so proud of myself. Let me grab some foil and I'll be right back. Alright, we're going to give this corn salad a taste. But I never made this before. So, and I'm just eating it on a cracker. I don't want to open up them corn chips and then they'll be stale tomorrow. needs more onion powder. Or something. Let me see if I can find some onion powder. I know I got some up here somewhere. Yeah. We'll put just a little bit of onion powder in it. Not much. A little bit. Give that a little bit of a stir. I ain't gonna add no more. But this actually ain't too bad. Especially considering this is the first time I ever made it. Alright, one more time. I broke my cracker. My cheese slid off his cracker. That'll work. That's pretty good. Alright, well, I got made so far. Now after a while, all I got to do is make a homemade chocolate cake. Clean up my mess. Don't look at them dirty dishes in that sink. I'll be mortified. But anyway, I got to think about what kind of cookie I'm going to make after a while, because them kids at church, they love cookies. Look like I got something purple on my mouth. Anyways, I'm weird that way. But so far, this is probably all I'm going to do, because like I said, I won't videotape the chocolate cake, because I already got that video down below in all my videos, so I won't record that. But if I do decide to make some kind of cookies, I'll record that and put it up by itself. So with that, I'm Mary Love. This is Country Living. If you haven't if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, I hope that you will consider doing so.